in the next 2 hours. It's going to be very fundamental stuff. What we are doing here with this class is trying to establish a baseline of terminology. Okay? We're going to be covering some big ideas. Okay? And can we go further and further into these ideas? Absolutely. But that's those guys' job. All right? Okay. And those classes. What we're doing is we're going to cover these concepts so you can get the most out of these classes as you can without having to rehash a lot of stuff. Okay? So let's get right into it. We have 6 big ideas that we're covering today. Who can tell me what they think the first one is?
That's the last.
That's it. Everybody go home.
Apply stick proficiency.
Single stick.
Let's think more baseline. What's the first big idea? First, that's one of the ones. First one. Before we learn how to walk, we must first learn how to stand. Hey! There we go. Now why? Why is stance the first thing we're going to cover today?
Ground up.
From the ground up. Absolutely. What should having a good stance allow you to do?
Move. Maintain balance. Swim.
Morris, come on. Come on. Yes, excellent.
Bend.
Yeah, everything. Right? Stance is the foundation of everything. Okay? So what we're going to be teaching you guys today in this section is how to effect an L stance. Okay? How to do an L stance. Right? Now, there are other stances, right? And we can do other things like switch stances, get into square stances. But we're going to be establishing a baseline with one of the most common stances, which is the L stance, okay? An L stance is when your front foot is forward, right? That's why I call it the front foot. And the back foot is kind of cantered off, almost at a 45-degree angle. Okay, you guys seen this L? Mine's a bit of a J, right? But that's where your differing body types, right, are going to come into play. So your stance is something that is going to grow with you. As you grow as a fighter, your stance is going to change. You're going to become more comfortable in your body. You're going to be learning and listening to your body as it develops and becomes more proficient at sword fighting. Make sense? Okay, so because this is one of the most ubiquitous stances in all martial sports and endeavors, there's a ton of really, really, really great ways to learn how to effect an L stance, okay? I'm just going to teach you the one that I like. That's not to say you can't learn the same thing a little bit better, right? This is just the way I like to do it. So, I want you guys to spread out a little bit. Spread out so you can get your wings back. Okay?
Yeah, now we make it.
Now we all our vertebrae are aligning. Okay, I want shoulders down, chest out, chin up. Chin up, right? You're going to keep both feet on the ground. That makes sense, right? And you're going to have relatively or approximately a fist distance between your feet. I like to use the fist a lot because, again, everybody's body is unique, right? And I like to use the fist as a measuring tool that is unique to my body, right? So, approximately a fist distance between your feet. Stand up straight, chest out, chin up, okay? And what we're going to do is, for me, I'm going to use my left foot as my forward foot. I'm going to use my back foot as my right, okay? On the heel of your back foot, you are going to pivot to a 90-degree angle, okay? So it should be looking over this, okay? Everybody got that? Great. Now on the ball of your foot, you are going to pivot to a 45. Okay? One more time on the heel to a 90. And then one more on the ball of your foot to a 45. Now, before we go any further, I want you to look down at your feet. You guys are great. Does it kind of look like an L? Anybody working with any W's or M's right now?
I got X's.
Because then we have some problems, right? We gotta teach you the alphabet. No. All right, so we're here. Our shoulders are still back. Now, when I say shoulders back, I don't mean we're locking them. We're relaxed, right? Our chin is still up, our chest is still forward, okay? What we're going to do now is we're going to drop our weight, all right? What that looks like is opening your hips and your knees here and letting your butt kind of drop as if your butt cheeks are sitting on the lip of a chair, okay? And you're going to come up on the balls of your feet, only slightly. We're not doing the Michael Jackson, okay? No Michael Jackson. What the hell is this guy? It's sociopath. No way. That's how you blow out an ankle, bud.
Excellent.
Come up onto the balls of your feet slightly. What we're looking for is engagement here. Who's feeling a little bouncy? Who's feeling a little bouncy? That is one of the tactile ways you can tell that you're affecting a good stance, right? Good stance is because we need to be able to move quickly, right? Like a rubber band snapping. Boom. To throw shots and to move. You need to move explosively and dynamically, right? This is where that comes from. Being engaged here, right? Sir Shadow, would you do that again? See what Sir Shadow is able to do? Now you may have varying levels of flexibility here. That's effectively what you want to be able to do. The lower you get, the more your hips open and your knees get wide. But look, I'm not getting any wider in my stance. Because if I have a good stance, I should already be in a place where you could drop it down to the flow, Shody, right? Boom. Here. Notice also that where I get my butt kind of pushes out, right? Giving me a stable back. What is one of the most common mistakes people have when trying to affect a good stance? Who said it?
Leaning.
Yeah, absolutely. This thing. Where's my center of where's my center of gravity?
On your front foot.
Yeah, right? It's all in my front foot. So that means all my weight's going right here, which means I'm putting a lot of stress on these joints. Right? Where do amp garters blow out the most? Knees, elbows. Okay? So, posture. Let me introduce some terms to you guys. Posture. Okay? Balance and weight distribution. What you should also be able to do is shift weight comfortably between your forward and your back foot. So what we are going to do right now is I want you guys to play a little bit, okay? Play is the highest form of research, right? I want you to practice shifting your weight and keeping your center of gravity, your balance, straight up and down the whole time, okay? I want you to see how low you can get. And instructors, if you guys wouldn't mind mingling a little bit, if anybody has any questions or anything like that, as the instructors are mingling, just raise your hand, pull one over to the side, you can ask them any questions. Do this for the next